MC Mining Caveman here, and welcome back to this next episode on the Crystalcraft server. I actually had got most of this episode recorded last night, and came to find out during my rendering process that my microphone had somehow been unplugged since my last episode, being Christmas Day, and all my recordings had no audio. So here I am trying to redo some of that stuff so that I can get you all an episode. And let's see, there's a couple things I did. Alright, one, I took the map off of the shark. Being that this is an incoming steampunk shark ship, there's no reason why they would have a map of the area. It should be located here in, let's call this the Traveler Information Center. So I moved it into here, and not only that, but I went through and mapped out another row on the west, mapped out another row on the east, and updated this area. Blocktopus is building something over that way, and we'll probably take a look at it real quick. And the reason why I went this way was in case I ever decide to build an ocean vessel, it'll be able to show up there. Blocks building here. We're not really going to be going into the desert too much. I mean, that's our mob farm on top of the Desert Temple, the Creeper Farm with DJ Skelly in there, our Gold Farm, J-Breeze's Cathedral, Sunfury's house, Blocktopus's multi-purpose house, and my Shark and Mountaintop. And so Blocktopus's new build, and right here is a mesa. And I don't think we're going to be building into the mesa too much. So the only other option is going north, but at the moment there's room to put another layer of blocks up there, so I could go ahead and make a map up there. But I just went ahead and allocated some resources to make some maps depending on if we needed to go north or south on our expansion. So let's go ahead and before we have I'll just do a quick show. That's what Block is building. But the only thing that I've really done since my last episode on Christmas, I've spent maybe 4 hours, probably 6 max hours on the server in the past 2 weeks, and that was doing a little bit of mining and getting these street lamps set up. Is to get rid of several of the torches out of the area. Seems like I'm snagging the walls and lagging quite a bit. We're going to just go down this direction. There we go. So just did 2 cobblestone fences on top of each other, or walls rather, cobblestone walls, and a hopper, a redstone lamp, and a daylight sensor in reverse mode, whatever mode that is when you right click it, so that they're on during low light signal and off at high noon. So they go all the way from the docks. So we got the little water buoy designating our territory. So I don't remember how many of these I made, and I'm not going to bother counting, but they come up along this way. Try to make them kind of close so that they put off enough light, but there's quite a few dark zones on the pathway. It looks better as an ambiance to the whole thing. Have not worked on any of the waterfall yet. The lamps come up this way to that entrance over here. They go up that way to the cutout in there. They come up this way just a little bit up onto Blox's plateau. And they come down in here. And then under here didn't quite have enough room, so I had to shorten it a little bit. I actually had to cut up into the block and put the daylight sensor up inside there. And then didn't bother putting anything else there because I don't know what Sun was going to have planned down in here. Zigzag up through here. So here's the cutout walkway, comes up through here. Then the lamps pick up again, coming through here. Through one under that bridge. Couldn't really put anything in this area because it would connect to all the other surrounding blocks. I did not get anything built this way towards Jay Breeze's Cathedral. And I'm not going to be going into the cave. That's what torches are for. And so the other last thing I did was to the walkway pattern that I had been doing, I went ahead and integrated properly into here. So you have the downward path to some of the minor mechanics of the area, and then you have this walkway into the actual gold farm. You know what? I was grinding a bunch of stuff, so I think anything in here is actually mine at the moment because I'm needing gold. Because one of the projects I started, I'm buying my resources off of somebody. And let's see, let's take a quick peek over here. So he's opened up the water flow again. Looks like he's still getting some progress done. Alright, let's run over. Actually, before we go over to Blocktopus, I did the some of the mining underground, which I need to access via... How do I access it? Oh, yeah, give me a moment and I'll find how I get down there. Alright, I got down here. So, all of our beacons are on bedrock level, level 5. So we got Sun Fury's beacon right here. And he's awfully low, but I was doing some calculations and realized that this tunnel that we were building up here on this level lined up nicely right there. He was working on this staircase, but it didn't really go anywhere. So this one is a perfect shot to his beacon. And then, of course, this one, if you follow that way, this leads up to, this ladder leads up to Blocktopus's house. Up. And then if you keep going straight, it goes to the ravine. Over here was my mining area. And I don't have any armor or weapons. And then this is the base of the one tower, the secondary tower. Not the one that goes up to my shark, just the decorative one. And I was doing some calculations, and I think I had it stopped at about, dug out to about here. And I realized if I went just a couple blocks over, that it lined up with this pre-dug tunnel already that goes down to his beacon. So it stopped here. And so I just dug this 3x3 out, and then continue digging it out. So all of our mining stuff merged right here, practically underneath the tower. But let's go ahead and run this way, and we'll go ahead and climb ourselves out through the ravine and take a look at Blocktopus's stuff first, and then I'll show you what my new project is going to be. So we need to get a little bit higher so I can have a clean shot at that glass block. Oop, Skelly's gonna hit me. Darn. I hate Skellies. Well, screw you. Alright, I had to go grab a sword out of my ender chest. Alright. So definitely a tower structure and a retaining wall of some sorts. Raw andesite. It's pretty nice looking. And I think I'm going to have to jump up there to get around. Oh yeah, there used to be a bunny in there. Let's go ahead and hop down in here, see. How high am I up? We'll find out. Okay. So his building supplies, and it doesn't go anywhere. Okay. Let's hop on out of here again. It'll be a pretty good sized tower. And some walkways. See if where it goes back here. Just stops. He's going to be using most of this island then. Alright. That's fine with me. I wasn't going to be necessarily building anything over here. Didn't have any real plans at all. And he had asked me in Skype before he had started building, and I said it was fine anyway. Alright, so the project I am doing is actually north of all this, and I'm going to cut to some video footage that I recorded last night and try to dub over it so that y'all can see what it looked like before I started. Alright, here's the video segment that I recorded the other night that I want to reuse just to show you what this area looks like before all the stuff I done. So while I was wandering around updating my maps, as you can see right there, my shark tail and the edge of the halo ring, I came across this little valley area within this savanna biome, and I'd been wanting to do a build like this for a while, and it was an inspiration by a game series called Myst, and in one of the last games of the series, it's called Uru, and it's about the origin of the Linking Book writers, the Dunni, and they lived in an underground cavern, and their entire city was underground. And also there was a movie called City of Lights. I think that was the title, and it was about a group of humans that lived underground because above ground was no longer safe. And in either case, both of them, the inhabitants of the area lived deep underground in giant cavern and no longer explored the outer world. So when I saw this, I figured it would be the perfect spot to go ahead and do something like that. and just be able to make this giant underground cavern above ground. Make a false cavern, as it were. So somewhere over there, I'm going to make, decided to make the edge of the east side, and this is the west side, and I need to decide where I'm going to cut it off eventually. But yeah, this is what it looked like before I made progress. So what I'm going to do with all this is shelf it and make it an artificial cavern here. And this is the progress that I've done, or made last night. Was I leveled out the height that I want the artificial ground to be, so therefore the cavern's going to be this high, and started filling it in. And I had to make all this fake hillside over here. And I'm not going to go down there because that's going to be dangerous. And made this hillside here, filled in a bunch of stuff, took out some stone, replaced it with grass, sculpting, all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to have to continue to shelf this all the way to somewhere over there. I'm going to at least that little ledge sticking out, so I'll have to decide where I'm going to go past that, and then I'll have to make a false hillside over there as well. And on the inside, I'll have to go ahead and smooth out, rather than curving like this, curving up to this, I'll have to round it so that it curves back inward like it's a giant hollowed out cave. And I'll have to do a lot of that on the inside. And the inside will also be using glowstone hanging from wooden fences as the starlight, as it were, up in the ceiling. So we'll come over here real quick, have a look in here. Oh, Skelly. There's a light source. Don't know why there's a light source in here. But yeah, this is pretty much one thick once you get up there. So I'll have to come through with lots and lots of dirt. And that's actually why I've been getting gold, because I am going to ask to buy grass blocks off of people. Rather than taking the time waiting for it all to grow over, I'll just build it all with grass blocks. So that's the progress I've been the stuff that I've done last night, and the only progress I've done today is trying to get last night's episode re-recorded and throwing down those chests. So I'll go ahead and get back to working on this, and I'll show you my progress in my next episode. So thank you for being patient while I took my little Christmas and New Year's break. But with this being my new inspiration, I will find the time to play and work on this when I can, and I will be getting episodes back out to you all. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye.